Yeah.
Is it sound like, can you hear me good or?
Yep, I can hear you just fine.
Sweet. Right on.
Oh yeah, bro.
Here we go. First Crossroads podcast. Number 1 with the number 1 man. Me. I mean, you. No. What's up, brother?
Not much, man. Just chilling.
Heck yeah. Well, I guess for the viewers, this is my boy James the Fountain, Young Signal.
Yup.
What? How long have we known each other, bro?
Shit. I'd say 15 years.
Yeah, man. Back in like middle school, high school, huh?
Yeah. I knew you before you knew me, though, just from the skate park.
Oh, I knew of you because you were the first kid I knew that had a tattoo.
Right.
And I was like, dude, this kid's like 13 years old or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
How old were you when you got that tattoo?
I think I was like 14 or 15.
Dude, such a badass.
Yeah.
Were the chicks like,
I mean, people always asked about it because no one knew what it meant, you know?
Oh, 5 stars? Did you even see it?
Yeah.
They're still there, right?
Yep.
5 star. So, what, you ever think you'll revive that?
I don't know. It was a cool logo. That was cool.
Yeah, I still have that drawn all over. It's kind of like the heartogram, sort of.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely like based off of that.
Off of or they started calling it the Bamagram.
Right. Yep.
Because he like popularized it so much.
Yep. He just kind of took it over.
Yeah, dude. Well, I guess whatever. But what was it? Kind of like a skate crew thing you had going on, or just like a brand name?
Yeah, it was. I think I came up with it in like 5th grade or something, and I wasn't really skating a whole lot then, but yeah, I just always wanted to just like make something, you know, make some sort of logo or business or something, you know. So just came up with that name.
Then you actually have started a business, right?
Yep. Yeah.
FRVR06.
FRVR06. Yep. Yeah, started that in just about over a year ago in August of last year.
Like a multimedia company.
Yep. I mean, I figured I'd just start something that would pretty much cover everything I already do. So
like graphic design.
Yeah, just graphics, drawing, you know, the beats and just my music all together. It's pretty much anything like art or music related.
Well, yeah, because you've been producing your own Young Signal. You actually went through some various names and then settled on Young Signal.
Yeah, that started out as, I think the first one I had was Solar Skepsis.
Dude, I remember that. I actually still have a beat that I made a song to with it.
Right. Yeah, and the whole idea behind that was like just not believing something that's right in front of your face, like the sun, you know, people being skeptical that the sun exists.
I still think it might be a hologram.
I know, which nowadays there's like actual, you know, conspiracy theories about shit like that. But back then it was just some weird name that I came up with.
I heard China was like building an artificial sun.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Some Death Star shit.
I guess. Who knows? But well, then you had Sig Flow.
Well, actually, after that, because I remember I did a talent show when I lived in Pablo,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't like really placed or anything, but I got an honorable mention. But the dude called me Solar Sepsis.
Solar sepsis?
Yeah, and so I was like, fuck, I can't. So I changed it to Solski, which just like put the two together.
Solski?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then it went to uh yeah, I went to Sig Flow after that, which is kind of the same thing as just a signal flow.
Like for, I guess, anything like music or video.
Yeah, I took a course on, I think it was Coursera or some shit. It was like on audio production and all that, and you know, they talk a lot about signal flow, just the flow of the audio signal into the mic through the wires, and you know. So I thought that'd be cool, Sig Flow. Stuck with that for a while, and yeah, and then I went to Young Signal.
Dope. Well, yeah. So you, I mean, as you've made music through the years, you kind of made all sorts of music, really. Well, because we started in a rock band.
Yep.
I'd say you were in the first rock band I ever got together.
Yeah, same.
Chemical Berry Avenue.
Dude, yeah, it's weird. I think I was having a dream about Cody last night too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been
Have you
having
guys
some.
talked in a while?
No, I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah, we just messaged through Messenger and stuff. And
Right.
but I would like to make some music virtually with him, but you know, I'm stoked that you and I through the years have still always like made music together.
For sure.
Actually, you know, back the first like pirated FL Studio, I'm pretty sure I got started on that with you for producing beats.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember you had that tiny little laptop. I think that was no, actually the first time I ever used Fruity Loops was back when they still actually called it Fruity Loops. It was
Oh yeah,
when I was living at Nate's house.
his sister's computer.
Yeah, I stole his sister's laptop and downloaded Fruity Loops and just started fucking around with it and
Well, I
made
remember
some
you even
terrible
bringing it
music.
over to my dad's place,
Oh, really?
and like we'd try to be making beats then, and like
Yeah.
come up with a rap name,
Yep.
and so yeah, I mean, as those years have evolved, then you started producing more music for other people.
Yeah, here and there, for sure.
Like you'd make some beats and sell like a grip of beats.
Right. Yep.
Dude, yeah. So I mean, obviously that's another one of your like services
Yep.
that you provide for other people, or
Yeah, for sure.
But you're focusing on your own music too?
Just the past few days I've been in the studio. Trying to get, I don't know what I'm gonna do exactly. 'Cause I'm always like have it in my mind that I want to do an album, but I also I want it to just be really solid, you know, and be really well thought out. And so I'm, you know, like you're saying, I'm always making like all sorts of different types of stuff. So, but the more music I make, the more they all kind of like sound similar, you know, certain styles will sound a lot similar. And
Like in your tone?
yeah, sometimes I'll stray pretty far away and just make some shit that's way different. But just the songs that I put out as Young Signal, they all kind of got a similar vibe. And so I figured I'll just keep making music, and then the ones that kind of fit under that, you know, probably put out a project soon.
Yeah, true that. I guess that's why I'd also, when I started making beats available for other people, that's kind of why, is because I have all this like leftover stuff where I was like, I don't think I even like this is even inspiring me to write anything.
Right.
And Yeah, so I'm stoked. I'm looking forward to your next project because, I remember you had a few. Well, you had the All Hallows Tide, and
Yeah.
then it started changing more, and you started to really find your sound with a few singles.
Yeah. The way that started was I remember watching a video. I think it might have been uh the Smart Rapper, and he was saying that, when you're first starting out, which I was, and I still feel like I am kind of, he was saying before you really put any music out, you should at least have like 100 songs under your belt. And seeing that, I thought it was a good idea, so I made a folder and just titled it 100 songs. And then the first one I made, I actually ended up putting it out.
Nice.
But it was just something that was like, it was a lot different than the All Hollow Tide. Yeah, it was just more emo type stuff, a little bit more melodic and all that. But yeah, I was sitting on a few songs and ended up showing them to people. And they thought they were cool, so I figured I might as well put them out. And just the more I put out and the more I kind of stick with that. Well, because at first I was like, I was kind of scared to put them out because it was more emotional and more just honest type stuff, and
Oh, yeah. Well, and yeah, I noticed that too. Like it was kind of going kind of emo trap-ish,
yeah.
kind of punk,
Mm-hmm.
but like soft punk, not like
Right.
super aggressive. And,
Yep.
I think it's cool because it's also not like a lot of hip hop courses like egotistic and like boosting yourself up, like
Yeah.
boasting and be like, I'm so rad and whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
that emotional music, it helps you like get out your feelings, and then it helps people like really relate to it.
For sure.
And especially nowadays, I think people need more, as a dude, showing your feelings.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, some people be like, that's not manly.
Right. I
But
don't
hey,
know.
man,
I think it's
everybody
the
got feelings.
opposite. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not doing any good by acting like you're tough all the time, like, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of times where nobody wants to hear it or you know, can't go around complaining all the time. But if you're just being honest with what you're going through, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, I mean, that's life. And so you're living out Kalispell area, Kalispell, Montana.
Yep.
You've been out
Yeah.
there for a while now, huh?
Yeah, it'll be 3 years in February.
Nice. Yeah, Kalispell is nice. I haven't really done much out there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't ever done really any music or shows out there.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
neither.
have you gone and like, is there even a lot happening nowadays?
There's not really a whole lot. I feel like most of the stuff that's going on around here is more, uh, if anything, it's more bands and stuff like that, and kind of more country artists and stuff. Up towards Whitefish, they have a lot of, you know, people playing guitar and singing and all that, but there's only a
Right.
few people doing anything sort of like hip hop or alternative type stuff. But as far as the scene, especially here in Kalispell, there's only a couple spots. Um, so yeah, there's not a whole lot going on at the moment.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next year we're making some stuff happen
Yeah.
all over the place, wherever we are. But yeah, I guess we'll see what next year holds. Getting ready for winter now.
Yep.
Montana winters. I guess we'll see. I hear it's supposed to snow in like a week or a few days.
I believe it. It's getting cold out.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
well, sweet. Yeah, you're working on your new album then. I got to get you on my new project.
Uh-huh.
And well, speaking of playing guitars, you play guitar.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot more guitar stuff. I feel like most of my stuff that I have out has at least a little bit of guitar in it.
Right.
I was just doing one yesterday. I actually posted one of my first TikToks, and it's
Nice.
more, guitar driven type stuff.
Dude, I think that's like the way to go, especially if you have the like ability to
Right.
play and sing and rap at the same time, because that's another skill in itself.
Yeah.
Because I remember trying to learn how to do that, and I was like, oh god, this is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Think with
It
more
is.
parts of your brain, and dude, I would love to see more of that. And it fits for hip hop shows too, like especially in Montana, as you say, you got like a blues band, bluegrass country band, there's a lot more opportunity.
Yeah.
But I do think, and that's another reason why I think that, if you and I keep on working on reaching out to more artists, even some of those artists that don't get shine, then hopefully
Yep.
we can put on some of these shows and create more of a scene, because it's really died, especially since COVID.
For sure.
But I could see you playing with the band. I mean, you played with me in a band setting. You played bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you played drums in the band back in the day.
Yeah.
So y'all,
Yeah.
this dude, rad producer. You gotta hit him up. It's just that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah. I need to do a little more work on my website because I have beats on there. I have a shit ton of beats that aren't on there. But it's something a little easier for people to just scroll through and listen. I need to put like a player on there where people could just hit play and check shit out.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Actually, think I do have a few of yours in my like Airbit beat store,
Oh, okay.
which I was gonna actually talk to you about that again here later and be like, yeah, I forgot about these. I'm trying to
Yeah.
get back
Did I?
on the beat promotion, and I really think it comes down to us. If we find a bunch of group of artists too, like rappers
Yeah.
that are just looking for producers, like of course anybody can find producers like on the internet these days,
Yeah.
but it's like, wouldn't you rather kind of like know the person, maybe be in the
Mm-hmm.
same area, be able to do shows together one day,
Right.
instead of just I bought this from like some random producer on the internet.
For sure. Yeah. It's also just a lot funner to make music with people, you know.
Yeah, true that. Get the actual vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. Connor or Lou or Drem, whatever his name is.
Lou Charismo.
Yep. He just came up a couple weeks ago and we knocked out a little 5-song project that's going to come out, I think October 31st.
Oh, nice.
And that was super fun. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like a multiple song project? Or
Yeah,
single?
there's 5 songs. Yeah, we
Nice.
knocked them out quick just in 5 days. And it's funny that you were saying about stuff that like, you'd be making stuff and it might not fit for somebody, and we were going through beats and samples and all that and just coming up with them on the spot. And one of them, Drem was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that one. And I'm like, well, I mean, that's totally cool. I don't want him to be on something he doesn't fuck with. But came back to it the other day, and it was the one I just sent you, the more like, young Signal type one, not the really singing one.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so I'm kind of glad he didn't want to use that, because I think it turned into a pretty cool song.
Dude, definitely. Well, I'm stoked to hear that you guys got a project coming out soon. Well, yeah, so you just got your home studio set up.
Yep.
Which
Yep.
I think is serious. It looks nice.
I mean, yeah, I've been working on it since I moved in, basically.
Dude, honestly, like, home studio is what I've always done since I was 15.
Yep.
And dude, I recommend it to anybody. Like, especially nowadays, you literally could create something amazing with seriously just a laptop.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And
yep.
I'm super grateful that we have that ability, because doesn't take that much.
No.
And you can, like you say,
put something
slowly
together
build
for
it
like
up.
$300. You could put together something that's, if you know what you're doing as far as recording and putting shit together, yeah, you could make some awesome shit.
So obviously you probably continue building your studio up through time.
Yeah. I actually didn't have an actual like tower computer until it wasn't even that long ago. It was under a year ago, Before that, I just made everything on a laptop.
Right. Oh yeah, because you also do video.
Yeah. I actually was doing video before I was doing any music, just from the skateboarding days, recording and editing skate videos and all that.
True that, bro. Dude, yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays, dude, having a multimedia company is seriously, you can do so much with it, because our whole world is wrapped up in media nowadays. And so you're kind of a one-stop shop for a lot of people. Like, if an artist needs an album produced musically and then get some graphics or a logo, then some pictures or video, it's like FRVR06.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I have strengths in some areas more than others, but I've been doing everything myself as far as the music goes. Every song I put out, I produced, and I think only one of the songs that I put out as a single was somebody else's artwork. But other than that, I just did all my own cover art and mixing, mastering, all that stuff. Yeah. So.
Well, you're a natural artist, I'd say. I mean, because you never really went to school for audio engineering or anything.
No, I didn't.
Well, you got a good ear, and you have an experimental mind where you get in there and start tweaking things, and sure you can learn. You probably learned a lot from like YouTube or something.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just, I know what I like, and of course, there's always more to learn and all that, but yeah, just been at it for, like I was talking about, doing that production course online. That was like 2013 or 14 or something like that.
Oh, really?
It was something like that.
That Smart Rapper? No,
it was just an audio production course on just some free course,
Uh-huh. Oh, what's up,
Hendrix? So yeah, I was messing around with music before that, but yeah, just one day just decided just to try to take it a little more serious, and you could really learn anything on the internet.
Yeah, well, and we've done quite a bit together in the real world too, like done a lot of shows together.
Yep.
And done some touring, traveling around.
Yep.
We've gone through Montana.
Yeah.
For sure. Opened up for some other rad acts.
Mm-hmm.
Done our own shows. We did. I'll never forget Vision Quest. Because I'm like, dude, God.
I know.
It was tough. It was fun.
An adventure.
Yeah, I'll never forget like sleeping in Toys R Us parking lot.
Yeah.
And Walmart parking lots, and it's like, yeah, sure. Sometimes we've had experiences like sleeping in a motel room, or camping out on somebody's land.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I remember when we were out at some Walmart, because most of them were pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
We had that pop-up camper, and we're just setting it up, and then some dude comes out, and he's like, "Yeah, you guys can't sleep here." And I think you had just bought a bag of chips, and you're like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna return these. Fuck this Walmart."
Right? Yeah, God. Oh, that was probably what led us to the Toys R Us, because the security guard guy's like, "Why don't you just go sleep over there in the Toys R Us parking lot?"
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I remember sleeping in that one place. It was like a aviation museum.
Yeah.
So we woke up right outside of Portland. It was like all this spaceship stuff. I was like, dude, whoa, this is cool.
Yeah, and they had the big what was it called? That big wooden plane. It was like a huge plane, but it was totally made out of wood.
Was it like super old school?
Yeah, it was a super old plane. It's actually a pretty famous story about it. I've seen some video about it recently, but yeah, it was just a huge plane totally made out of wood.
Man.
That was cool.
Like some Wrights Brothers type plane?
No, I wasn't that old, but it was like I can't remember what it was called. It was like, the Spruce Goose, I think it.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
That place is cool.
Dude, that place was awesome. Yeah. Also, I'll never forget the last day when we woke up and had a flat tire.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? And of course, I'm like on like a shoestring budget of like, dude, we're barely scraping by. We're out here trying to prove ourselves. And couldn't get a new tire, so we like fix a flat it. And then we're driving to like Idaho Falls.
Right.
And there was Hendrix, will you stop, dude? I'm trying to do this. And then the tire on the trailer pops. Yeah. We gotta switch that tire. Yeah. And I was just like, dude, wow. We made it to the show and got paid, and there was like a few people. Right. So success. We made it home safe. But for sure. Wow. Yeah. So I can't wait to, what I tell myself all the time is I'm like, yeah, I guess, we're paying our dues. We've gone out, done this, prove ourselves, try to expand so that hopefully next year I'm trying to trade in my vehicles. I want to get like a Sprinter van or something that we could like sleep in, maybe even shower. If I could get some with the shower and toilet. But I'm trying to be better, more professional about the contracts and money. Fixing my credit and all that. So that hopefully one day we're traveling in a tour bus and all that. I mean, we went to Hollywood. Yep. Which that was pretty rad. For sure. That was sick. Yeah, it was especially to go and do that. I mean, after COVID hit, I was like, well, I guess the world is over. Right. And I kind of was like, I guess, whatever. This might be it. Maybe never get out to travel the world again. Mm-hmm. But I'm feeling pretty good about things. Definitely, yeah. Yeah, at least the plane tickets were cheap. Yeah, dude. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was good to explore and get out there and and dip our toe to Los Angeles. And I think that there'll be more to come with LA, honestly.
For sure. Yep.
I want to work there more often. I don't know how you feel totally about it, but
I mean, I really fuck with LA.
dude, yeah. A lot of people
mean,
talk trash on it, and of course it's dirty.
Yeah, it's hella dirty.
For sure. Damn, dude. All the homeless people.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's pretty bad.
I'm super grateful though that, when we went down there, we had some connections, the homie James,
Yep.
Revolving Productions, and that we kind of had a little foot in the door.
Right.
We weren't going out completely on a whim. We had a mission, and I still think we have plenty of goals there, to perform at the Whiskey A Go-Go one day.
Yeah.
And I mean, even out of curiosity, you as an independent, first of all, what made you decide to start an independent record label and business?
I mean, part of it was that I just the idea of it, having a business and just something to kind of like get the ball rolling at least. I kind of did it just as a form of motivation and just some sort of goal, instead of just like putting out music and see what happens,
Right.
Just something to build up and also something to, kind of give. I mean, it is a business, but something to like give to the world and just artists around here and stuff, and it's just a lot of stuff that people can't really do themselves, I just wanted a spot where I could do the things I'm already doing, just, offer that service. And yeah, but I mean, my initial thing was I just thought it was cool. I just wanted to do it because I felt like just the feeling of having a business is pretty cool,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it might not be everybody's goal, but the idea of being your own boss, being in control of your time and schedule.
Yep.
It does take time to build up, and it takes money, but there are a lot of those like loopholes and advantages to having a business when calculating like expenses and all that. Of course, you got to pay taxes, but if you do things right, there's so much that can be done with the business, and you can build and you could create like a totally rad life. Because here in Montana, we don't really have that like infrastructure of entertainment business around here much.
Right.
And it seems to be growing because a lot more people have like their own home setup. I think, of course, that was kind of one of the intentions too with going to LA, was to try to plug in to the industry more. So what is your opinion about like the industry, and are you open to the idea of working in the bigger industry?
Yeah, I mean, it all just depends. I feel like if you do it right and you're able to build your independent business and do what they're already going to do anyways, then you might as well do that. But I feel like, it just depends. If someone is offered a record deal, it just depends on who it's with. And I've always felt like if you get offered a record deal, then you're obviously doing something right. So you don't have to take the first offer you get, So it's always just up to you. Like selling out is only, it's only when you go against your own beliefs for a paycheck, like if that's what you've always wanted, then that's not selling out, you're just you're just getting what you want,
So if they were like, yo, this is Capitol Records. This is the big wig head honcho. We like your beats, man. And we want some of your beats for potentially for some of these artists. We got, Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or blah, 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 blah. Some
Right.
DaBaby. I don't even know, some like big artists.
Yeah.
Would you be open to that idea? Just curious.
Definitely. That's always been a goal, Like, I'm not trying to stay in the underground,
Yeah, there is definitely super grateful for the fact there is an underground independent scene. But yeah, to break through into mainstream or just a wider audience, could potentially, take you to some bigger levels, like big shows. Like, you want to do big shows?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've done our fair share. We've done a lot of little shows.
Yeah.
And we've done some bigger shows.
Right.
And some festivals and stuff like that. But, I guess that comes down to that whole building your brand, building your name, Yeah. Because I really do think you could get a good circle of people that are your tight artists you work with, and then, get that fan base growing of, inspiring the youth and being like, hey, you can do it too. Even if you're in an area that doesn't have opportunity, then you can create opportunity.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it all just depends. At the end of the day, you don't really have to do anything you don't want to do. But that's what I want, man. Like, just the feeling of even being at a big show, like, we don't get a whole lot of huge shows around here, but just the feeling of being in a crowd and just that energy of so many people together and all vibing together. Like, why wouldn't you want more people at your show? And, as far as mainstream stuff goes, it's, there's good pop music and there's bad pop music, like, I never liked the idea of not liking something just because it's popular, like, there's a lot of good.
True that.
The Beatles were pop, like, it's they're some of the best songwriters ever. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess. So, I mean, do you really have any sort of specific demographic that you try to, that you create music and art for?
Not really. Like, it sounds kind of cliche, but I just make whatever's fun at the time. And if I had a choice, I would like it to be just pretty even all around, like, I don't want to be performing just to a crowd of dudes,
Oh, so you're telling me chicks?
Yeah, dude.
Your demographic? No.
I mean, honestly, if you can get the girls in, the guys will follow, But it's not really something I think about when I'm creating. But, if I could choose, I'd definitely like it to be like a pretty even spread. And age too.
Yeah, true that. Well, I guess it all kind of comes in time and it develops, like, the people attract to it, and then eventually you'll have this like little culture built up. And I think, one thing I'm going to try more next year, and I imagine you to be involved, is that we've done a lot of shows at bars, which that's rad. Bar shows are rad. But obviously a lot of younger people can't get into those shows.
Right.
And I don't know. It's not like I make music or say like you make music specifically for like teenagers or anything like that, but I do remember the impact and how cool it felt as a high school kid going to some like shows, you know.
Yeah.
Back in our time, it was like emo and screamo
Right.
bands, you know.
Yep.
But I don't know if, at least in my area, I just feel like I don't ever see it. Maybe it's because I'm not like a teenager. But sometimes it makes me feel like, man, the youth needs that. Like, you know, like just to see somebody that can inspire, motivate them, and to make them think that, hey, you could do it too.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe even give them the opportunity. So I don't know. Hopefully next year we'll be able to put on some more shows at other places, like whatever, like Civic Center type places and
Right.
stuff like that. Because you do that too. Like you're gonna get into, because you've ran sound.
Yep.
And DJ'd.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess we'll see. You got any major goals with your business before we wrap things up?
I mean, major goals, pretty much just, you know, just keep building it and to be able to transition into doing that full time. And, you know, ultimately, just like you were just talking about, setting up shows and putting on the events and just getting more, no matter where I'm at, you know, if I'm in Montana or whatever, just getting more established in the scene as someone who's, you know, sticking around, because I'm not going nowhere and I'm not ever going to stop, you know.
Right.
So just keep on building, you know, and just try to get better and find different interesting ways to just keep being creative.
Sweet. Yeah, I guess well, one of the things I've seen you put out in the world recently was that you were gonna maybe try to like showcase some people and some artists, do like little interviews or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have the website and it has some of my work on there and stuff. But you know, because will always be reaching out to blogs and stuff. But yeah, I just thought it'd be cool to do some write-ups on people, some like written interviews, and just a place for people to get a little shine, you know.
I think
There's
it could definitely help.
for sure, yeah. There's a few that I follow, and just the way people's perspectives on things are always different and stuff, you know. Plus, I think that style of writing, just, you know, it's always just be good practice in writing, you know, in general, and just I think it'd be cool for people. I've had a few people reach out and stuff. But yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool.
So what's your website exactly?
FRVR06.com.
And yeah, so you
FRVR06.
spell forever FRVR
Yeah.
06.
Yep.
.com.
Yep.
Nice. And then you're on like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Yep. Yeah, I do
Forever
have.
06. You can find
Yeah.
Forever 06 and Young Signal.
Yep, I got pretty much on all the socials for Young Signal and Forever06.
Well,
Yeah, pretty
bro,
easy to find.
let's definitely do this. I have been trying to think about, you know, a way to build a better network with artists, especially because even you and I, like we've plugged into different cliques, you could say,
Right.
Even different genres. Like we would be playing, we've done hip hop shows, EDM shows, rock, country, like tapping in with all these singer songwriters and everything.
Yep.
And yeah, sometimes you get accepted into these groups, and oftentimes I would still feel rejected.
Right.
Or not really like accepted totally into the groups and befriended by these people. So I think if we also, work on creating a place for maybe some of those other people that feel like they don't fit in with these other groups, and maybe they would attract to, our vibe or our style.
Yeah.
And the website, I'm realizing, is now our safe zone because, well, Facebook and everything shut down recently.
Right.
So it's like that all is kind of a database of, if you want to find other artists and other people, you can search on Facebook. But, well, what if they disappear? Or we can't always rely on it,
Yeah.
So we get our stuff going on our own websites. Then it's at least creating our own, kind of our own industry.
For sure.
Build your business up. And so, I don't know. Yeah, like you say, I was kind of hoping that was the end of social media.
Yeah, I've I've always kind of had a love-hate relationship with Facebook, and that was part of the reason why I wanted to do the write-ups on the website too, because you're just kind of at the mercy of the algorithms, and on your website you're basically totally in control of everything, and it's all in one spot. It's not going to get lost or anything. And just like you're talking about, people are always going to have their friend groups and their cliques and all that. But, I've never really been like that. Like, I've kind of got along with everybody, and I don't really care. As long as you're a cool person, like, that's all I care about, And there's a lot of I like a lot of different types of music and types of art and stuff. And so I figure, somebody that I think is cool, or they make good music, and show appreciation for that. And so I feel like you kind of have to, it's hard when you're just trying to sell something, and I feel like the more you give, it's just a good feeling, and people like that, and I like it. So.
Well, yeah, I think that those other, all these groups too, that might be, like other cliques or other music groups or video companies and stuff like that, that obviously the idea is, even if we are in the same type of business, it's still good to network with each other.
For sure.
It's still good to work together. Like, competing with each other and blocking each other off only, does so much good, really. I don't know really how good it can be, but if we build things up together, then a lot of good can be done. We can reach more people, and I guess we'll see how things go in the next few years.
Yep.
Well, I'm stoked for your new album. I'm stoked to see everything's going good with the business as it's been growing, and that you're producing albums for people, which is a huge step. Getting the business going. I look forward to the interviews you do, and I would totally do one of those.
Definitely.
And I'll tell more people about it. And I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
I don't know. I don't think so. Your studio's looking pretty rad.
Yeah, man. Got some drums set up again and trying to, just keep things building up. I started actually last night. We made our first successful screen for screen printing.
Okay.
So I'll have to try and get you one of those. I know you got that rad logo of the like the Wi-Fi butterfly.
Right.
Yeah. So we just got like a kit at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And just did the process. But yeah, you've done some merch production, right?
Yeah. I just used a heat press. They got those heat transfers that you could just print out and cut out and heat press onto a shirt. They work all right, but there's just something about this silk screen that just looks way better.
Yeah, but I mean, everything's a progression. Like I guess that's how it is as an artist. Is you use what you can, build on it.
For sure. Yeah.
And at least it's growing. And like you say, you've been doing this, man, and you'll probably be doing this forever.
Yeah.
And that's what I dig about your brand, FRVR06, is that, like, hey, man, hop on board, people, because it's going to be around forever.
For sure.
Well, yeah, sweet, homie. And you could be my best friend forever, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right, brother. Well, much love. Thanks for doing this first podcast with me. We'll have to do some more. And, we can go down the rabbit hole.
Yep.
Far out thoughts. I don't even know.
We always do, man.
All right, brother. Well, sweet. I'm going to see how this went, and hopefully it recorded right and it, can all be heard, everything. So.
Word.
And then I'll give you a jingle here, and we'll talk about, like, I'm going to upload it and then share it and stuff. So.
For sure. Definitely, bro.
All right, brother.
Cool, man.
Well, peace.
All right, brother.
Have a rad day, man.
Yeah, definitely. You too. This shit was fun.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right.
Later.
Peace, bro.